Finally, we are done with the NBA preseason and it is time for the main entree. I am so ready for some real NBA basketball. Okay.
Yeah, that preseason is cute. It's cute. I mean, if you just want to watch, the rookies and the bench and role players, deep down in the bench role players play, and then the stars come out and do a little showcase. But and it's cute. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Did you say deep down in the bench? Because, yeah, that's basically what we were watching. Like, there was
Yeah.
some players out there. I was like, oh, are they on two-way 10-day deals? Like, what? Who is this?
When will they go back to the G League? Like, I just, it's just what it is. And I'm not mad at it. They need a chance to be showcased as well. But it's cute. Okay, so now that that's over, let's get into the real regular season where, at the end of the day, the money counts. But because that's cute.
Uh-huh.
And mess around preseason and you will dislocate your knee, Paul George. I'm just saying, you know, it's that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's cute. And I almost feel like don't even go hard. I mean, nah. Let's get to the
Okay.
real basketball. Let's get to the real basketball.
Yeah. Okay. So the New York Knicks will be going into the Boston Celtics arena on ring night. Ooh, wait. Now, Boston Celtics. Let me just touch on them real quick. I think they have an X on their back. No team has been able to do a repeat since 2018. The Lakers couldn't do it in 2020. The Bucks couldn't do it in 2021. Warriors couldn't do it in 2022. And the Nuggets couldn't do it in 2023. So the Boston Celtics, I think they have a lot on their plate.
Of course. What are you talking about? Everybody wants that spot. Everybody. And there are some contenders in the 2025 season that can most definitely take the spot. So, yeah, the X is on their back. Absolutely. And guess what? Every NBA champion, every season, the following season, they have an X on their back. And so here we are, Boston Celtics, you next. Your turn. Your turn to now show us that, and be the next team to do a back-to-back since, as you mentioned, 2018. Can you do it? That's the thing. That's the storyline right there. So let's see. Boston, I mean, y'all running it back essentially. So what? What? Y'all should
Yeah.
be used to it. Y'all played together for a couple of seasons. Now play together for a couple of seasons with the championship on your back. Yeah, let's see what you can do now. I'm here
Yes,
for it.
yes, yes. Okay, so the home team typically comes out flat after all the pomp and circumstance and all that cheering, the banner, 18th banner dropping in this case.
We
Ooh,
nice, nice. It's gonna be
yeah.
great. I'm talking about not only, then you got your Finals MVP and the Eastern Conference Finals MVP in the building, right? Apparently, Jason Tatum been in the lab and got his little, not little. I don't want to say that's rude. Has his shot, solid again. I mean, it wasn't off, but I know he made some adjustments and did some improvement to his game. I'm like, what we gonna see? The only person that's not going to be on the court is Porzingis again. So,
Hmm.
you got Uncle Al coming back. I love it. I'm here for it. And I just think that they cannot come out flat. They can't afford to come out flat. I'm sorry. They can't
Well,
afford to do it. Mm-mm.
you mentioned Jason Tatum. The thing is, I think he was humbled during the Summer Olympics in Paris, right? He didn't even get much playing
Mm-mm.
time. And
Mm-mm.
then you got Jalen Brown. You talked about them MVPs he won. Well, hey, you know what? He wasn't even selected
Mm-mm.
for the Summer Olympics. So you know he's coming out with a chip.
Oh, he already had one. He had one at the middle of last season. So yeah, he's carrying that chip on. And if somebody else needs to have a chip, it should be Jason Tatum, how Steve Kerr played in his face in the Olympics. So yeah. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. I need for both of them to come into this league real chippy. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So the New York Knicks will be doing everything in their power to ruin ring night, but they added a couple of new pieces. I'm looking at Carl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges. Now, Mikal Bridges messed around and tweaked his shot a little bit. It's looking real ugly and it is not going in preseason. It looked real ugly. I don't know why he did it.
He thought he needed to do a change. You better go back and get that the previous shot selection, shot movement, shot shot structure and function. Get that one back. Because whatever
Yeah,
you was doing in preseason, sir, that ain't it.
that ain't it. Get those
And guess what?
mechanics back.
That ain't it. And if you think you're gonna take that to the finals, I got one thing for you. Tibbs is gonna sit you on that bench. Because I'm gonna tell you who don't play. Coach Tibbs. So and all of that pomp and circumstance, y'all gonna be looking crazy because now you got DiVincenzo over there becoming a wolf. So I'm just saying,
Hmm.
with all that vibrato and all that bass he got, yeah, okay, Mikhail, get your mechanics back. Figure it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so a couple of challenges I have for the New York Knicks. Honestly, I think the Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson roommates podcast might be a slight distraction. Now, I don't know if they plan on continuing that through the season, sort of like how Draymond did post game or whatever, but I think it might be a little distraction. Players do not want to be the topic of discussion on their podcast. I don't want to be a guest on their podcast after the game, that week of the game. I need to be locking into my opponent. So I'm going to be looking to see if Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, what they're going to do with the podcast during the season and if it will become a distraction.
Um, I'm gonna go with distraction for 300, Alex.
Hmm.
Yes, it will be distraction regardless. So hopefully it was only a off-season type gig, and they pick it up again once the summer of 2025 hit. After they win their championship. No, I'm just trolling. If they do, right? So no, I don't think they should have the podcast during the season. I just don't think they should. Not only that, with the absence of Isaiah Hartenstein, I'm sorry, your interior defense. Excuse me. What we gonna do with that, Knicks? I'm a little nervous. Karl Anthony Towns is gonna be that one for you. I hope so. I hope so. Because what Hardenstein was able to show us in 2024 is that he is that dude, and he helped y'all get his fur. He helped y'all go real deep, as deep as you can go at that time, into the postseason. And so now you back to your original starting center, and hopefully he'll be as healthy as y'all need him to be, right? Because that's what's missing, right? So,
Yeah, Mitchell
mm,
Robinson is out. I think he has a foot injury or something
well,
going
there you
on. But
go.
when you mention Cat, now, if we look at Cat's history when he played for the Timberwolves, that brother was always in foul trouble,
I
could not
promise you.
stay out of foul
I
trouble.
I promise you. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. And that's what they acquired. Unless he's changed and tweaked it. Now, if y'all need him to step outside the paint and, hit a three and space the floor, he gonna do all that for you. But I'm gonna need somebody to be up under the basket, getting them rebounds, right? Watching their hands and being able to control and be able to hold the ball. Hopefully Cat can do that for you guys. Because
Okay.
Hardenstein was that dude for them in 2024. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
And Hardenstein didn't need the basketball so much. He'll
No.
rebound and put it back. Cat, he needs his touches.
I'm
And that's
telling
another thing I'm going to be looking
you.
for because I've said it last season. I believe Jalen Brunson is a ball hog. This guy averages 24 shots a game. Now you got Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. Both of them need the basketball in order to get going. Nobody ain't gonna just be running cardio. Cat is not gonna be just doing cardio out there.
Right, right. And as quiet as OG is, I'm quite sure he wants to touch the ball as well. Y'all brought him over to do something, right? He can't get up a shot or two. So we're gonna be looking at volleyball. Is that what we're gonna be looking at watching the Knicks? I hope not. So I'm gonna need everybody. We were concerned about Julius Randle getting his touches, right? Well, guess what? That concern is still there. It's just with a different player now. It's with Karl Anthony Towns. So I don't know.
Oh man,
I
I
don't know. I
know.
don't know. I don't know, y'all Knicks. I'm rooting for them because I think what they have is something special. But they got some. I mean, every team has holes, but we're talking about the Knicks in particular at this time. Yeah, y'all need to fix that. So, Cat, I don't want to hear it later. I don't want to hear it come December that you're a little disgruntled because the touches that you are desiring is not coming to you. Because guess who has the ball all the time?
Yeah, pounding it, Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And you know what?
Uh,
Let's switch over to Boston real quick. And I know they pretty much are running it back as well. And I'm excited about that. I mean, come on, y'all. Can you do a repeat? Can you at the end of 2025, can you drop banner 19? Can y'all do that? If y'all do it, it's gonna be amazing, right? But let's just talk about that. Porzingis, now. I'm gonna need you to get healthy and stay healthy. because Al Horford, I love Al Horford. Don't get me wrong, and he did all of that for them. One person was out, he steps in and he does his part. But long term, at his age, when the room, you know what, and the social media is so cold. Who started the rumor about him retiring? Who did it?
Right. And I
Who
fell for it,
did it?
right?
Oh, it got me too. I was like, oh, that's great. Retiring off of a championship. If you're going to leave the game, leave it at your height. He's like, and his sister was like, nah, I'm coming back. Oh, okay. Somebody wanted him to retire because they started that rumor. That's horrible. But yeah, so again, I don't know how Harford gonna be able to bang against, what these young guns have to do for this season. I mean, he got away with it last season, did a phenomenal job. They got the championship, and we won all of that. But Father Time is undefeated always. So yeah, we'll see what that looks like. They're gonna need somebody else, and then their backup, to Al and backup to Porzingis. How many touches will that person get? So I don't know.
No, that's a good point. But the Celtics already proved they could win without Porzingis. And if I'm him, I'm like, oh, I do need to stay healthy because now I'm looking disposable, because he didn't play much. He
Yeah,
didn't play much in their championship run. So
they
I'm
proved
like,
they can win without Porzingis in 2024. Do you not think the other teams have scouted what that looks like for 2025? Will that be equally successful for 2025? I don't think so. And if it is, shame on the other teams.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So what you think about Coach Joe Mazzulla saying that the Celtics aren't great yet? Each season is its own season. I actually agree with him.
I
I mean, they
agree.
haven't proven anything yet. 2025.
They're actually starting from scratch. They're starting from the bottom. They're starting actually the playing field is just as equal as with everybody else. Your championship is your championship, and that was last season. This is a new season. So if you think you're gonna come in and everybody just gonna roll out the red carpet and they're gonna open up the curtains for you, and you're just gonna be able to breeze through the regular season. No. So yeah, humble them. I agree 100%. I'm on board for that. No, that was last season. That don't mean nothing now.
No, it don't mean
It don't mean
nothing.
nothing now. You don't get no special privileges. You ain't gonna get no additional 10 points each game because you won a championship. So no, yeah, you better come in here and play like you still want it. Yeah, like it's brand new, like you don't even have it. You have to come and play like you don't have it. So yeah, I'm with him on that one. 100%.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Keep them hungry, keep them humble, because I think there will be a tug of war. I don't know. Maybe it's just not popular to say anymore, but Jason Tatum, he got to be eyeing the MVP. He got to be. Jaylen Brown, I think he upstaged him. Not intentionally or with some kind of malice, but he just outplayed him. And he was awarded what he should have won, which was the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals. So
I agree. Well-deserved award for Jaylen Brown. Absolutely. But I'm sorry, ain't nobody checking for Jason Tatum as MVP because all the sports information I've been looking at, ESPN and in NBA.com, the top 3 MVP candidates, Jason Tatum is not one of them. It is. Right now they're vying for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, and Luka Doncic.
Okay.
Now, maybe Jason Tatum's number 4, number 5, but the top 3, he ain't a part of that list. So yeah, he should come into the league with a chip on his shoulder. Number 1, y'all keep overlooking me, and I know I'm a beast. That's how he should need to show up, right? If he's that dude, right? I'm thinking, right? So no, you may not be talking about me now, but I guarantee you by December you will be, and I'm gonna be on your list, top of mind. So, he has if he takes on that persona, he has a lot to prove. If he wants to now be maybe another MVP candidate that they are adding to the list, and he's not an afterthought. Top 3, they already coined who could potentially be top 3. And he's not on that list?
Yeah. But they've been wrong before, right? So it's up to Jason Tatum to prove them wrong this season. But okay, we know is ring night. I keep saying is ring night because it is going to be so good for a young team like the Boston Celtics to hang. Because if you think about it, the 17 banners before this one, they were hung by like the OGs, right? Like most of those banners way back in the day. Except I think it was 2008 whenever Doc and Kevin Garnett and Rondo and all them won theirs. But now this is like a new era for the
Yep,
Boston Celtics.
I agree.
And I'm happy for this group of guys to actually be part of the banner hanging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's really great for them to be still actively playing, still young, and still have a future to hang multiple banners in Boston. But when we're talking about this particular matchup, this Boston and Knicks matchup, one thing that I am concerned about, when I'm comparing defenses, what will the Knicks actually bring? With Josh Hart, we know what he can give you, but without him, who else?
Hmm.
When we're comparing rosters, right? I'm looking at the rosters, and you know already Boston, everybody got hands. No, everybody got the defensive hands, at least with the starting five in Boston. But I'm checking out the starting five right now for the Knicks, and I'm going,
Mhm.
oh, Josh Hart gonna have
Well,
10 hands. He
it's,
gonna be all over the floor defending everybody.
well, I think Mikal Bridges is a
Okay,
great defender on the
okay,
pass in the passing lane. You know,
okay.
OG, big and bulky.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, Jalen Brunson and Cap. Mm-mm.
Cat can't stay out of foul trouble. We can't count on him defensively.
So defensively, I'm not certain about the matchup. So I would like to see. I'm looking forward to seeing this game. You know who gonna showcase that. Is it too soon? I mean, this is the first game of the season for both of these teams. Is it too soon to really give up all your defensive showcase? I don't know, but if I'm going to be leaning defensively on the team that's going to be much stronger in this particular matchup, I'm leaning toward the Celtics for sure.
Oh yeah, Drew Holiday,
Ooh.
Derek White. We know Derek White. He loved to prance up and down the court. So he
Let me
go.
Derek White shows up like a ghost. You'll be watching the game, at least when I'm watching the game on TV, because I'm watching the game from my couch, and I'm like, where he come? What? Where he come from? It's just like out of nowhere, blocking shots, getting in the way. It's like that man right there is their dark horse for sure. He's so fun.
Absolutely. Okay,
Mhm.
who you have coming out of this matchup between the Knicks and the Celtics?
I have Boston. I think Boston's going to win this particular matchup. Boston will not allow the Knicks to come into their ring ceremony and show them up. I just don't see it. I don't see
Hmm.
it. And if anybody gonna have that dog, it's gonna be Jalen Brown. He ain't gonna let it happen. So
Oh yeah, you can count on him.
mm,
Okay, I'm going with the New York Knicks
okay.
because home teams come out flat. And
Uh-huh.
it would be so wonderful for the Knicks' confidence, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so. Yep. But I'm rooting for Boston. Come on, Boston. Change the narrative. Don't come out flat. Come out ready. Get your ring and let them take it back to the locker room because as your coach said, that don't mean nothing
Ah,
for this new
okay.
season. So yeah, I have them.
All right, so there's another game going on opening night, and it's the Timberwolves versus the Los Angeles Lakers in Los Angeles. Now, look, okay, history will be made tonight, opening night. Let's just get it out the way. Will Coach JJ Redick really play Bronny during a game that matters, or was that just some preseason stuff?
I hope it's preseason stuff. Unless, unless Bronny comes out in garbage time because the Lakers are blowing out the Wolves. And you and I know that ain't gonna happen. So at
Mm-mm,
the end of
mm-mm,
the day,
mm-mm.
it ain't even going down. So as great as it was, and especially considering Bronny's last hoorah in the preseason was that 17-pointer he did. Wasn't that great? Good.
Oh,
Perfect. Put a bow on that and then put that at the back of the bench. Because what I want to see, I know not against the Wolves. Don't play that game against the Timberwolves. Not for opening night, right? Not for the first game of the season. I don't want to see that showcase. I don't. I need because I can tell you who's not coming to play. I'm gonna tell you who's not coming to play. The Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, and then you're gonna add two more dogs on the team.
ooh, mm,
Dante DiVincenzo, because you know he got come on. And Julius Randle saying,
oh,
New York, y'all did what to me? Oh, okay, watch this. Three
mm-hmm,
of them? Oh my
mm-hmm.
gosh. We may even see a little dog and Rudy. We just may see it.
I wouldn't count on it.
He gonna be surrounded
Ah,
by three of them. Come on. Can you imagine Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle? Oh my,
oh,
oh my goodness. That right there is must-see TV because I can only imagine. And that bully ball that Julius Randle played,
Phew.
y'all, them Lakers, okay, Lakers with bully ball already because he's big and burly and he's former All-Star. Come on now, Julius Randle ain't new to this, right? Not only that, then you got him with this chip on his shoulder because I know he felt he's been done dirty for the New York Knicks. I know he has. I know he has. So he's coming. He's bringing that to the game too. And I hope he plays on opening night. I hope everything's all right and his shoulder is good and he's ready to
Hmm.
go for it. But the the three of them, just alone from their persona and how they view the game and how they don't take from nobody, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Hey, Julius Randle probably feels like he was done wrong by the Lakers too because they
Oh,
also
that's
discarded him.
true. That's true. Oh,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
yeah.
so he got first of all, I'm a big fan of Julius Randle.
You are.
Anyway, like he is one of my top 10 players, in my Rolodex, if I'm being completely honest. But
Mhm.
you talked about Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards, but I am so looking forward to see if Coach Finch will mess around and play Julius and Nas Reed. Julius at the power forward, Nas Reed at the center, Anthony Edwards at the shooting guard. Let me tell you,
Oh,
now for me, that's something to watch. And I hope Coach Finch just goes out there on a limb, sit Rudy down real nicely and bring in Nas Reed. I'm just saying.
I'm quite sure what happened because Rudy Gobert's gonna need some rest. He's gonna need some rest, right? He's gonna rest. And so at that point, I'm gonna need Nas Reed to come in and show him. He's gonna have to prove it though, unfortunately, because Rudy Gobert's contract alone keeps him on the court. Let's just be honest. His contract alone, his previous Defensive Player of the Year awards keeps him on the court, right? But I agree with you. We're talking about the, the I know that the dog pound term is reserved, I'm gonna say for the Pistons, right?
Uh-huh.
However, with the Wolves pound, I'm just telling you, they gonna bring. Y'all better get your strength up because you're gonna be bounced around like a ping pong ball, messing around with the Timberwolves just from strength alone. The
Yes.
power. It's just and with if they put Nas Reed and Julius Randle, and Jaden McDaniel got some nice hands.
Yes.
Girl, what? Am my Conley good with the facilitating? I'm here.
I just want to know. I just want to know what Rui Hashimura, LeBron, and AD gonna do with that mix, with
Nothing.
that combo. They ain't gonna do nothing.
Nothing. They're not gonna do anything but run around. They're not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna tell you right now who gonna be your goat.
Oh
He's not ready
goodness.
for that. No, and he has to preserve his body. No, we're gonna watch him at the top of the season if he's smart. Preserve his body to get him ready for the later part of the season into the postseason if that's where the Lakers end up. Because he can extend all this as phenomenal and bionic as his body is.
Bionic.
I mentioned again, Father Time waits for it is always undefeated, right? And so even though he may still be because he looks phenomenal, right? He don't want to get injured because the recovery, even when you get older, especially in that type of sport that he plays, we got to be careful with that. So yeah, I think that yes, he will play. He's gonna give you what he's gonna give you, and if you're looking for him on defense, he's gonna be out of frame. I'm just saying. If you're watching it from the couch, he's gonna be out of frame. Oh, it happens all the time. And I hate to be the one to tell y'all, but that's what he does. And he has to save his energy for offense. I get it, right? So when you say what they're gonna do with the Wolves, nothing.
Basically, yeah. Something that I'm looking forward to see. You know how last season Darvin Ham tried his best to kind of command the Lakers and LeBron James. And there were a lot of times when LeBron and AD both appeared to blow off Darvin Ham in the huddles. I want to see how that's going to look with JJ Redick. Or is he going to be upstage? Is LeBron going to throw another tantrum when JJ Redick chooses not to challenge a call? Because you remember that big
Mm-hmm.
orchestrated mess LeBron did last season on national TV in front of Darvin Ham's face.
Mm-hmm.
What is that going to look like for JJ Redick?
Ooh, I can't wait to see it because it's gonna happen. It's going to happen. So really what I'm looking for is the reaction of JJ.
Uh-huh.
Will he be bold enough as a coach to say, no, we're going to do it my way? Because this is what I see, right? So, yeah, no, I'm going to be, let me tell you something. Somebody in a hot seat, JJ Redick.
Already?
Hot seat as in, not hot seat, job loss hot seat. Maybe that's not the right term. He is in the spotlight. That's the word, spotlight, excuse me. He is in the spotlight for sure on how he will handle being a coach for the Lakers. That's what it is. Spotlight, excuse me, not hot seat. Spotlight for sure.
Yeah, because I know I'm watching.
Hello,
Yeah,
hello.
I'm watching.
Every time they pan, he better tell them people don't look at me. Don't put the camera on me. That's what he needs to tell them. Don't put the camera on me because the moment the camera pans at the bench, I'm gonna be looking what JJ doing.
Yep.
What he doing? Because I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know because he has to be different than the previous coaches, and unfortunately, his difference may not be favorable to his star players. I'm just saying, but it could be beneficial to the Lakers team overall, and that's what I want to see. Right? Who's gonna take charge of that? I can't wait to see it.
Oh, me either. It's one of the things that I noticed last season with Anthony Edwards. I mean, he was my top 5 MVP candidate last season. You said they've already kind of coined him as one of the MVPs for this season. But you remember how he hit a wall
Yep. Yeah.
last season? He got tired out and you could see it like in the fourth quarter. I just wonder how that's going to look. Now, obviously, he played over the summer. He is a young man. He got a lot of energy and all that. But it's a lot of basketball being played.
A lot of basketball. I know. I know. Hopefully he'll know how to channel that. And maybe he's figured out a way where he won't tire himself out in the fourth quarters. I can do that. And especially when he gets to the postseason.
Oh,
Because you cannot give your whole body, all of it. You got to give all of it, but you got to reserve a little percentage of something for the next go round. And for you and your Timberwolves to fizzle out after y'all surpassed the Nuggets, it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch.
it was.
It was very difficult to watch. So what I'm saying is, let's just make sure that hopefully his camp is saying, okay, this is what we need to do to make sure that by the fourth quarter of these games, you don't look busted. I just don't know why the Lakers didn't make major moves in this offseason. They running it back again.
Can't believe it.
So
I think they're.
was last year successful to them? Do they think last year was successful to them? For them to run it back again this year? That's weird to me. I don't get it.
Well, I guess they're counting on the return of Gabe. Jared Vanderbilt's still out with his foot. Christian Wood is out with a knee.
Ooh, knee we go again.
Yeah, knee we go
Knee we
again.
go again.
But I will say the rookie Dalton Connect is going to be nice. Him and Austin Reeves, I think they're going to be really the X factors. I don't know that Austin Reeves will be considered an X factor. I think teams will be preparing for him because he's a baller. Let's just put that out there.
Yes,
But Dalton Connect is nice. And I think the Lakers came up when they drafted him.
So you mean to tell me what I'm hearing from this statement of yours is that Dalton will be put into given playing minutes over Bronny James. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what you're hearing. First of all, Dalton is small forward. I mean, Bronny shouldn't even be in the mix because we got D'Lo. D'Lo, he deserves his time on the court. And then you got Gabe Vincent. Gabe, come on now. If Coach Redick plays Bronny ahead of Gabe, if I see Bronny getting up off the bench before Gabe Vincent, that is a problem.
Okay.
Are you saying that's what's going to happen?
No, I'm saying that shouldn't happen. I hate to be the one. Gabe Vincent needs to be the one getting off the bench first. What I am saying is that we're looking at minutes and we're talking about rookies on the roster, although they are playing two different roles. You mean to tell me that Dalton's going to have more minutes than Bronny James? I can't wait to see it. Just off pure minutes.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yes. All
We'll
right.
see. But you say if Gabe Vincent is not the next choice.
I know something. I know JJ Redick is getting punked in the locker room if Bronny gets up off the bench before Gabe Vincent.
Wow. Ooh, the spotlight. I can't. Them lights are bright in LA, boy. I'm telling you, they on fire right now. I can't wait.
All
You know what?
right.
Do you think, real quick? I'm gonna go back. Do you think Julius Randle will have a concern now with the Timberwolves by not being the number one? You know, because when he was with the Knicks, he had to assume a secondary role because of Jalen Brunson, right? Do you
Mhm.
think that he'll have an issue with assuming a secondary role, or a third for that matter, but secondary role for sure, behind Anthony Edwards?
Oh my goodness. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna say no because I think the situation with New York was completely different,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
I was if I'm Julius Randle, I'm option A. And then here comes this guy that
Yeah.
y'all allowing to take my spot.
Yeah.
He's being traded to Minnesota where he already knows,
Okay. Hmm.
he
Hmm.
knows what he's getting into.
Okay. Fair. That's fair.
So I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping because Ant Edwards, he's not going to take second fiddle to
It ain't
Julius
gonna
Randle.
happen. It ain't gonna
Yeah.
happen. No, no, no. Trust me, the Timberwolves are banking on Anthony Edwards' future, not Julius Randle. So yeah, Julius Randle getting where you fit in, and if he does that, the team is gonna be phenomenal.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Who you have coming out of this matchup?
The Wolves. That be the Wolves. That damn Wolves. Yes, Timberwolves. Hands down. Hands down, Timberwolves. Yeah. Mhm.
The Timberwolves are the better team. I'm going with them too. Lakers are top heavy with AD and LeBron. They do not have a good team.
No,
They
it's
do not.
just don't know why they ran it back. I don't understand why they thought that was gonna be okay. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm,
No,
mm-mm.
no, I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen, especially when you're gonna be a 5-on-4 on defense. It's just not gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I have.
Okay.